Ugh. This is the biggest box so far from JPfans. Like, oh my gosh, it can fit the whole screen. So what I have here, of course, are all Tokusatsu toys with a couple of surprises, and it's all thanks to
JPfans.
JPfans is a proxy service where you can buy from Mercari, Amazon Japan, and other sites with no hassle. I've used it before this sponsorship, and even after with its own video, which shows just how much I like this service. Tons of great prices I'll mention in the unboxing, as well as the little things, such as including pictures every step of the way. Plus, with coupons being added, you don't have to worry about super expensive shipping. Use my referral link in the description and Linktree below. Alright, all that out of the way, let's get this opened up. I'm so excited. Okay, so we're gonna start with something big and end off with something that I've been wanting forever that I consider my holy grail, okay? Okay, when I say something big, I was being ironic. So already looking at it from the back, this is a Gotchard card. And you know me, not the biggest fan of Gotchard, but I did really like the cards. I love the driver, I love the cards, I like the gimmick, I like what they were doing with it. There was one card I've been wanting, that a lot of people have been wanting, that I should probably explain first. So aside from the gimmick, of course, with the cards going in there, they're collectible. You get them in packs. These are like the regular common ones, and they're still very shiny. Or there's actually the one that came with one of the Gotchard toys. And this is one of the more fancy, rare versions, the EX cards. Of course, this is for the Flame Gotchard, Fire Gotchard. And this is also pretty cool. Pretty cool. And then there are even more super special, awesome, rare cards. Of course, one of the rarest ones. And those cards have to do with Legend Riders and their Chemis. And the Chemis were all original designs. Well, for the most part. Some of them already had little mascots. But the one everybody wanted, the one I wanted, was the X8 card. You can already see this is a gorgeous looking card. It's made to look like a Game Boy. It's in foil. It has Mighty as the mascot in there. You can see why I wanted this, right? Oh, there's me again, nerding out over cards. When will I make that TCG video? Okay, speaking of cards, you might already know Kamen Rider has more collaborations in Japan. I mean, duh. And of course, when Japan has their own card games, they have collabs with them. You might know of Weiss Schwarz and Battle Spirits. So of course, me being a TCG guy, I had to get the Battle Spirits collab. This one I'm actually been saving for my friends at Paramorphicon. This I got specifically so that way we can all open it up and I record it, and then it's going to be part of the TCG video. But how about we at least open the promo card? I wish more American card games had the little notch here so that way it's easier to open. Oh my gosh. I feel like I gotta give this to So-On now because she's gonna cosplay this character at Paramorphicon. Izu! Ooh, it's very pretty. There's a texture on it too. Shiny texture. I'm gonna sleeve this up like right after this. I'm really excited to open these up with my friends at Paramorphicon, but that's a couple months away, so the rest will be sealed until then. Alright, that's enough Kamen Rider. For once, I gotta get something that isn't Tokusatsu. Did I already get something on Tokusatsu? No, everything I've bought so far from JPfans is Tokusatsu related. This is the first thing that isn't. Okay, there's gonna be quite a lot to explain, so bear with me. I've been making a video for a while about Tokusatsu references in places you wouldn't expect, especially in video games. One of those is a mobile game called Nikke, and for its April Fools, it had Ultraman references all around. You could call it a Gooner game, that's what I thought it was, but then I actually started playing it, and I really liked the story, aside from the Ultraman stuff. In Nikke, there's this meme character called Doro. One of the units you can recruit in Nikke is a character called Dorothy, and she became kind of a meme because this was drawn somewhere and then it just like exploded in popularity, and now Nikke officially owns Doro, and I officially own a Doro now too. Doro will always be watching. I've said before, I wasn't that into Super Sentai toys, but then after seeing the really low prices on JPfans, I figured maybe I should get a Sentai toy or two every time I order from there, because they're like $10, $20 for one of the simpler toys, so might as well start the Sentai collection. Often when I make videos, I tend to buy something from that video I made, whether it's like a little henshin toy or a gimmick, something like that, something to do with the video after I make it. But I decided to be a little smarter about it and get something that I'm working on currently. So, when's that Rhea Soldier video coming out, huh? Does this not work? I thought that was supposed to open up. Oh, I was doing it wrong. I swear I watched Rhea Soldier, guys. So yeah, Rhea Soldier. You may or may not know I am not the biggest fan of Rhea Soldier. It is one of my least favorite Super Sentai ever. But I will admit, and I say this in the video too, I actually make a very big point to say it in the video multiple times. Its visuals, its designs are some of the best in Super Sentai. I'm so happy Dino Fury has it. I almost said Dino Charge. Well, Dino Charge is good too. I even got the Ryusoul Changer. I'm just gonna say it's the Dino Fury Morpher, because the actual Dino Fury Morpher is just a hunk of plastic. But this one, also a hunk of plastic, but it's a fun hunk of plastic. Guys, I promise I like Super Sentai. I've just wait till we get to an actual one I enjoy, but I at least have something Rhea Soldier related so I can wear it for the video on screen. Oh yeah, almost forgot. It did come with a lot more gimmicks. Yeah. All this together was like $11, I think. It was cheap, like I said. It came with a lot of the gimmicks. For the Rhea Soldier video, I'm going to consider this a tax write-off. And yeah, it's Rhea Soldier. Onto something I actually find fun. Deno. I used to have one of these, and since I'm collecting the belts again, well, I just figured I'd get one. I don't try to go for like a CSM or something. I just want something to represent the belt or the toy or the season in general. And since it's Kamen Rider, of course I'm going to go for the belt. It is missing one of the pieces here. This is supposed to be... It is not missing one of the pieces. Never mind. It actually is missing the card holder, the pass, which some would say is like the most fun thing. But again, this is strictly for display. I'm just going to put it like on my wall like this. And it's just going to be, oh yeah, I have the Deno belt. And that's pretty much it. So for that reason, this was only $2. It's loose. It doesn't come with a pass. Honestly, don't know if it even works. But it'll make for a cool $2 display piece saying that I watch Deno, I like Deno, I have a Deno thing. This is going to be part of the belt collection. Whippy. So this, you could argue, would be the biggest thing in the haul, but there's one more bigger thing in the box that I consider my holy grail, but this is pretty darn close. I hope it'll be okay to say this. JPfans isn't perfect. In fact, for this haul, I actually had a couple of issues I ran into. One of them being that this lot was so big that they had to separate it into two parts. And the second part wasn't included in the haul, but I was able to reach out to support and they said, yeah, let's get that fixed. And it was really fast. It was within like a couple hours. So I'll at least say that while there was a short mess up there, they got back to me pretty fast. So why this haul is so big is because it's another FISE one. Of course, it's not just the FISE one. There's also the FISE Axle. I don't really mind this one. It's just... I prefer the belts. But like I said, it's not just the FISE one. It's also... I swear I've watched FISE, guys. There's a Kaiser one. It's not just the FISE or the Kaiser one. It is also the Delta one. This whole lot of the 3 belts plus the axle brace is probably the most expensive singular thing I bought because this was all in one lot. The 3 belts, the brace, well, everything you just saw was all together about $99. And even though I do have the Legend Rider toy of the FISE one back there somewhere, this one I wanted to get because I did kind of want the more DX version. Oh yeah, I should probably mention these are all the DX toys. This one, like I showed a bit ago, actually opens up, becomes a gun. It has the lights and everything here. This is all the DX versions, all from the early years of the early 2000s. Weird way to put that. And while I do plan to get a CSM version of at least like the Delta one, maybe the Phys one, I should also admit, yes, I'm actually a huge fan of Kamen Rider Phys. I've said it in my Phys video. It's in my top 5 Kamen Riders. I just love it so much, and the belt is among one of my favorites. I'd probably even say it's my second favorite Kamen Rider belt ever, alongside the Desire Driver. The Delta one specifically, I've always wanted one of these, and I did have a CSM at one point, which is why I want another. These belts I just love to death. I love the cell phones. I love the designs. I love the sounds. I love everything about the Phys designs overall. Maybe not Delta as a character, but I'm starting to turn around on that after my rewatch of Phys. And, well, I have all 3 Phys belts now. I'm probably the most cursed person alive. So I said there's one more thing in here. There's actually, I'm going to say it's collectively one thing, because they're all video games. These aren't the last thing, there's one more thing in there, but video games. Much like the TCG and Pretty Cure video, the Marcosatsu Tokusatsu video games video is also cursed to never come out. But I have been kind of like collecting the games and getting footage for them. This is Kamen Rider Bat Ride War. Good thing it's in English. So this is the Muso style game. I've played this plenty of times, at least on my computer. I'm not the biggest fan of this, or Bad Ride Wars 2 or Bad Ride Wars Genesis. I just don't like Muso games in general. I kind of like Hyrule Warriors. I kind of like Fire Emblem Warriors. Generally, I'm not the biggest fan of Muso games, this one included. I know a lot of people do like this. I'll explain more and get more in depth when I eventually talk about this. But yeah, this is the Muso game, and I finally have it. To me, that's like a, well, I finally have it. But to others, they're like, wow, I can't wait to get this. This was also $3. You can tell it's like a little sun damaged, like it's light, but at least it has everything else inside, disc included, of course. I'm also happy it has the instructions. Ooh, fully colored. Remember when they did that? But also the most recent Kamen Rider game released on consoles, Shin Kamen Rider SD. This is a beat 'em up side-scrolling game. It's Shin Kamen Rider, but they look like this. Like the actual gameplay is like a 2D style where they look like that, and you just fight through the movie scenes and stuff. This isn't a major thing to me, other than it was the last notable Kamen Rider console game for the Nintendo Switch. Can't wait for a new Kamen Rider game. That's about it. There's not much else to add to this. This is why I'm going to talk about this more collectively in like a group of Kamen Rider games that I don't have much to talk about, but it exists. And now for the last thing that I have been looking for forever. Ever since I started this channel, ever since Kamen Rider Drive came out, this is the one thing I've been looking for a long, long time. It is also why the box is so freaking big. This is Kamen Rider Summon Ride. Every time I bring up this game, someone's like, Kamen Rider had a Toys to Life game? Yes, Kamen Rider had a Toys to Life game. I can't believe this is still in box, actually. Actually, I can believe it's still in box. This game did terribly. You can find the PS3 version brand new in box for about the same price. I got this for $11. So you have the portal, or what they call it, Rider Gate, the Rider Gate. You have the actual Toys to Life that you come to life here with their power-ups. This is how you do form changes, because they didn't make actual little figures of like their power-ups. You have to actually get the little circles in here. Yes, this was for the Wii U. It was for the PS3. No, it was not for Xbox. You think Microsoft has a stake in Japan? Lamau. Anyway, yes, I've been wanting this for so long. I've made tweets upon tweets about this. I was like, one day I'm gonna own this. One day I'm gonna play Summon Ride for the channel. One day I'm gonna talk about this extensively. I'm not gonna open this up right now. I'm gonna save that for the actual video. But I finally own Kamen Rider Summon Ride. I should probably say that more sadly. I finally own Kamen Rider Summon Ride. That said, this is not a good game. If you've seen 2 minutes of gameplay, if you've seen 2 seconds of gameplay, you would see it is an awful game. I can't wait to talk about this. And that was my biggest haul from JPfans so far. My recording here is it's nearing 30 minutes, so as you can tell, I'm so happy with everything. I'm so happy I finally have a Doro back there, the X8 card, the video games that I've been missing for my Kamen Rider collection. I can't thank JPfans enough, especially with their customer support. They've been so easy to talk to, and they've just been so supportive of these videos too, and how I talk about all this stuff. So thank you so much. And remember, if you're interested in Toka Toys, use my affiliate link in the description below and have some shipping off. With all that being said, I'm gonna annoy my coworkers so much by doing this for the rest of the day.